now you're onto something where the questions are fun and the answers are dangerous. Today with me we have Arijit Chakraborty, meme expert and t-shirt manufacturer. Can you explain that a little bit?
No.
All right. Our other guest today is David Russell, artist, musician. You want to explain that a little bit?
Explain.
How you're a member of Eggs, it says?
I'm a member of Eggs, yes.
Okay. You want to go into that a little depth?
It's not really about that.
Oh. All right, then. And what is it about?
I don't really want to go into it.
All right. Tantalizing show this episode. Well, let's move on to the first question. Decent answer. Solid. David?
He said cats. I don't have to go with dogs.
Now you're on to something. All right. So welcome back. Arijit, are you easygoing in your business or a real stickler for perfection when it comes to your memes?
I think that the origin of the conflict between Iran and the Western world really began with the British invasion of Iran during World War II.
Right.
Because Iran was a neutral nation. It did not want to be involved in the war. It said no to the Soviet Union, no to the Germans, no to the Americans and the British. You cannot use our land for anything, not to transport weapons or anything at all. And the British said, well, this is going to be a problem for us, and they invaded. And that was really a lot of the tension that exists between Iran and the Western world today can be
stemmed from there. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Is it more of a craft or an art?
It's really more about economics. As it always comes down to money. Because the British Petroleum, what we now know as BP, used to be the Anglo-Iranian oil company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that was post the British invasion of Iran. Mm-hmm. After World War II, there was a very strong presence of British Petroleum, of that company, controlling the Iranian oil supply. Mm-hmm. And so the Iranians felt that this was a remnant of British imperialism.
I could get that feeling out of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've had that same feeling, like when your neighbor comes to your house and says that you can't put your sugar in your coffee, and you have to put it in your milk.
It happens more likely than you'd hope to believe.
Yeah.
Well, how important is creative control? Also, what is control?
What is control? Oh, that is an interesting question. I think control is when something happens because you made it happen.
It's true.
Yeah. If I take this and I move this over here, that happened because of me. I am controlling the movement of these pieces of paper. And now you're off book. You don't know what to do.
But are you sure you didn't move it because I asked you what is control, which made you start thinking of it? Because I, deep down inside, wanted you to move my paper over there.
Well, this is real. We're getting deep. Very deep.
Let's continue digging. David, what do you think? What is control?
Are you in it for the money?
Good example of control, and yes, I am in it for the money, actually. I don't actually enjoy being on camera. It's kind of speeds up the aging process. It's very stressful. but the payout is fantastic.
Well, it wasn't so fantastic for British Petroleum.
Oh.
Once the Iranians decided that they did not want to be controlled by a foreign power. They did not want their oil supply controlled by a British company, and so they nationalized the oil industry. This was under Mossadegh, who we all remember. And it was after this that the British and the U.S. got ornery, because that was Britain's largest asset from their imperial past. That was the last big thing. And once it was gone, it was blue. Clever. And once it was gone, it was. So then the British and the United States. Okay.
No, continue.
Then the British and the United States decided, well, let's do some coup d'etat action up in this Iran place. And so the CIA paid protesters. They also went over there themselves, staged a coup d'etat, took a democratically elected official out of power, Mossadegh, and put in his place an authoritarian dictator, who we all remember, the Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course. And you had a story about the Shah.
Yeah, I had a friend named Cyrus. I haven't seen him for some time because we no longer live in the same place, but he was tortured and held under the Shah, and he has recurring nightmares of a woman being tortured to death in the next cell.
Yikes.
To him that wake him regularly. So, you know, I mean, it's the sort of thing you might resent more than expropriation of petroleum, but you might not. I don't know. People vary.
Yeah. Now, is my whistling and talking affecting those images? No.
Oh, now you're on something.
That was pretty cool. So yeah. So the people who tortured your friend and that woman, the Shah's secret police, Savak, they were funded and trained by the United States military, the CIA.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Not so good.
No? I mean, where should they have been trained?
I don't know. Penn State?
It's a good place to be trained.
Yeah. Who else is in the business of training secret police?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Well, Israel.
Israel, sure.
Israel is. Definitely the Soviet Union.
Are untrained secret police preferable?
Untrained secret? That's a good question. I mean, I think it really depends on the person.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going into the secret policing?
I've never considered it myself,
No?
but hey, you never know. Who knows where life will lead us? What about you, Mike?
I've
Secret police.
been there, done that. It's not my thing anymore.